And we're one of the best faculties. We're top ranked, top 10 in the world for what we do. So congratulations on joining us. We're very proud of the performance of everything that we do within the faculty. So a couple of things that I wanted to say because of this unusual year. First of all, coming to university is a big change. Coming to university in the midst of a COVID pandemic will be even a bigger change. And most of you will spend most of your time in the fall learning online. You've all done a little bit of it now as you've prepared to come in. You've done a little bit of online learning. I've taught online for many years. I used to work in Australian university, and I taught online for many years. And I found that it can be a very effective way to both teach and learn. One thing with it though is that you need to be incredibly disciplined. You need to be much more disciplined than when you come to an in-person class. An in-person class gives you a schedule, it drives your learning, it drives your, basically it organizes your life. Online, we will have some synchronous and asynchronous sessions, but in the asynchronous stuff, you can do the work whenever you feel like you want to do the work. Well, you might just put it off. So don't, be disciplined. Set yourself into a routine and become very regulated to make sure you get the best out of it. But that's not my main concern. Everyone that's got into our faculty has done very well. These are the hardest programs in the university to gain entrance to. So you're all among the best. I have little worries about your ability to perform at the University of Alberta and within our faculty. You are proven commodities. Congratulations. I think what I'm worried about more is just the lack or missing the university experience. And I'm sure everyone's a little bit disappointed about the way things are going to go and the way that the university experience may not present itself quite the way you'd hoped it would. But it can. There are many things that we're doing within the faculty. So the faculty has 3 arms to it. It's got the academic arm, it's got athletics, Golden Bears and Pandas, and it's got campus and community recreation. And we run all the facilities on campus. And we've worked very hard over the summer to prepare our facilities and our programs through campus and community recreation and the athletics programs, if you happen to be a Golden Bear and Panda, to get you involved and keep you involved. So one thing that I would say is that's kind of a given. You've proven yourself to be good students, otherwise you wouldn't be here in the first place. But get involved. Campus community recreation, the programming, the clubs with them, they will be running. There will be aspects of the club situation that will be a little bit different because of the COVID pandemic, but we will be running the clubs. Go and look at it. Join a club. Get involved. Meet new people. Do your schoolwork. That goes without saying, I'll say it anyways. Do your schoolwork. When I first came back to the University of Alberta as a student many, many years ago, I joined the rowing club. I'd never really rowed before. I was a swimmer, but I wanted to join the rowing club and I wanted to meet new people. I met new people. I learned a lifelong skill, and I'm dressed like this because I just got off the water. I was just rowing from 6 o'clock this morning till about 8 o'clock this morning on the North Saskatchewan River. So that has given me a lifelong skill. It's given me lifelong friends. So do the same. Join one of our clubs. Don't just sit at home. Don't just do the work online. Do those things, but get out, get involved. One of the best things about our faculty is all the things that it has to offer. And we've worked very hard over the summer through the pandemic to make sure that we will be offering the most possible things that we can for you during this time. So the campus, although not fully open, our recreational facilities are for the most part open. There will be some stipulations on how you can use them, but they are for the most part open. Our clubs will be for the most part open. So come and join, get involved. Things will come back to normal school-wise, but meet some people, get involved. I say this every year regardless. I've got a squirrel here agreeing with me. Get involved regardless of the way that we're delivering the courses right now. Your university is more simply the coursework. The coursework is tremendously important, but if you don't grow, if you don't get involved, if you don't participate in other things over and above your coursework, we have failed. I wish you all the best. I met a number of you earlier this week when we were handing out the kit. I hope to meet more of you through the year, virtually and in person. So welcome, congratulations on getting in. This is a great faculty, a great program. I'm very proud to have been the dean now. I'm in my 11th and final year, but I wish you all the best, and thanks to David for putting this together, and I'll turn it back over to you, David.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dean Mummery. Yes, getting involved is huge. It definitely shaped my undergraduate experience. It shaped many of our undergraduate experiences, joining clubs, making friends, and just realizing how amazing the people in our faculty are. So fantastic points, and thank you. Next, we're going to hear from Dr. Angela Vaderza, who is our undergraduate associate dean. So welcome, Dr. Vaderza.
Thank you, David. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning. And again, big shout out to David for organizing this for us today. My name is Angela Vaderza. I'm the current Associate Dean Undergraduate in the Faculty of Kinesiology, Sport and Recreation. I'm essentially program lead. I work with instructors to develop content, to get their courses ready. And of course, this year there was a significant amount of work that went into supporting our instructors to help them get ready for what for many of them is a brand new experience as well. So we have worked very, very hard. We'll continue to work to, again, uphold what we feel is very important in our faculty to deliver the highest quality undergraduate experience that we possibly can. So I'm very, very excited for you. I've yesterday just finished going through every single course outline for all of the courses that will be offered this fall. And I'm seeing some very exciting things. I'm actually wishing I could go back and be an undergraduate again. I am an alumni of this faculty. I have 3 degrees from this faculty. I'm very proud of the faculty. And I have some great memories, but most importantly, I have some really, really good friends and colleagues and professionals that I work with in this faculty. And I think soon you will realize what makes our faculty really great is obviously all of the great programs we offer, the incredible instructional staff, the variety of programs that we offer, the units that we have available to you to get involved, such as Stedwood Center, CCR and community campus recreation, athletics, and of course, KSRSS. And we want to make sure that you're aware of all the opportunity you have for you, not just for your academic program. As Dr. Mummery has already mentioned, you are the top of the top. So congratulations on being accepted into this faculty. I wish you the very, very best in all of your academic pursuits in our faculty and of course in the U of A campus at large as well. The only time essentially you will act with me or interact with me is if you have questions about programs or things about your program that you might want to change or alter, questions about grades or things like that. But generally you'll go through your student service academic advisor first and foremost. So I don't want to take too much time here, but just again to really tell you how proud I am to have you here with us because of how proud I am of our faculty. So again, I wish you all the best and good luck this term. And really remember, my biggest piece of advice to all students that come in to our faculty is live a life. Academics is important, but remember, live a life. All right, David, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela. We'll be hearing from you again, I think a little bit later on. But next up, we have Christine Ma, who is our Assistant Dean of Academic Programs. She's a fearless leader of everyone in my team and in our unit. So I'd love to hear from you, Christine.
Great. Thank you, David. I too would like to welcome you. I see we have just over 100 people. That's a fantastic turnout. considering we actually can't be on campus with you. But thank you for taking the time to see us and hear a little bit more about how we hope we can support you. As David said, our area is the academic programs and strategic initiatives. So that really is looking at all the things that we do to support students and learning. I also work with instructors as well, just to ensure that we're putting the best foot forward for our students and our instructors, and just really our faculty community on the academic side. A couple things I just wanted to mention. I too was at the t-shirt giveaway, and if you weren't able to pick up your t-shirt, we hope that we can find a good time, an alternative time, if still not in person, for you to do that. So you'll hear more about that in the next couple months. But one of the things that I'd really like to draw your attention to is the university has really put together a really good website. If you go to the ualberta.ca website, you'll see there's a campus life section, and that really has quite a bit of information about kind of what learning will look like, what campus will look like, what in-person classes might look like. So I really encourage you to look there. If you're interested in finding out more about eClass, which is how you'll be attending all your classes, or most of you will be attending your classes, they have information on eClass, just so that you can start to familiarize yourself with it. It's a really good website. Thank you, Christy, for just getting the most up-to-date information about what campus looks like. So I really encourage you to go there. Our website as well at uab.ca/KSR. We also have a fall 2020 site that will help you find more information about fall that's specific to our faculty. And just generally our website, where you can find more information on a number of our programs. So I really encourage you to check those out. Carrie touched on something that's I think is really important too, is campus and community recreation. It's part of our faculty, which is really an interesting and I think unique factor. And really that's where a lot of our students actually work, whether it's part-time or after graduation, where you can really get experience in your field, whether that's recreation, exercise, physical activity. So it's something to check out, not only as a participant and a way to get involved. They've had outside classes going on during the summer. It really is a great way to get involved, but also looking at how you might be able to hone more of your skills in your 4 years here. And lastly, I want to talk a little bit about international opportunities. This is something some of our students take advantage of, and we usually bring it up at these kind of new to KSR orientations. And really that's because if you're looking at doing an international experience, you are looking at planning that anywhere from a year to 3 years out and looking at how it might fit in your program. So obviously we're not doing much traveling this year, but if this is something that you've been interested in, or you have questions about how you could have an international experience, there's a number of different ways to do it, including exchange, where you go and study at another university, or different service activities as well that you do for, you know, anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 months. So there'll be more information coming from our office on how to find out about international activities, international experiences, virtually for the fall, but hopefully we'll have a chance to meet you in person to talk to you about them. But if that's something of interest, that's something also to talk to your advisors about, how an international experience might work into your program. So with that, I'll turn it over to David, and we really encourage you to reach out to our office about any questions you have, whether about your program, how we can connect you to other resources on campus, and just generally how we can support both your learning and your experience at the U of A. Thanks, David.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christine. That leads in wonderfully to our next group of speakers. So now we're going to hear from the Student Services Office. That is where I work. So if we were on campus, you can come to the Student Services Office and meet all these wonderful people. And we're going to be the ones who you're mostly interacting with when it comes to the support staff within the faculty to help identify any questions that you have, connect you with resources on campus, and do lots of that fun stuff. So if I could start off with, we'll start off with Darcy, but then don't worry about bouncing it back to me, everybody. We'll just go in the order that's listed on the agenda that I sent out.
Thanks, David. Good morning, everyone. As David mentioned, my name is Darcy Tesseri, and for all of you whose last names begin from A to K, I am your academic advisor. So I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you and a big congratulations on being admitted to let's face it, the best faculty on campus. So well done. As your advisor, I'm your main point of contact for any questions that you might have related to your degree program. And as you progress through your degree program, those questions are going to change. So as you go through your degree, you might have questions about course requirements, GPA requirements, how that relates to academic standing, and eventually you'll have questions about graduation requirements. You may also want to explore the possibility of completing one of our embedded certificates as part of your degree. As Christine mentioned, you may want to explore the possibility of doing an international exchange. So these are just some examples of why you might reach out to your advisor. As Christine also mentioned, we have some amazing central resources available at the university. So again, your advisor is a good touch point for those. If you have questions about, let's say, wanting to secure a tutor or needing some financial assistance and you're not quite sure where to start, please feel free to reach out to us because we are more than happy to connect you to those central resources as well. I've already had the opportunity to communicate with many of you over email, and I also got to meet several of you during the t-shirt distribution event earlier this week, which was fantastic. And I really do look forward to continuing to meet with the rest of you as the term progresses. So I wish you a fantastic fall term. Please don't hesitate to reach out, send an email to ksradvisors@ualberta.ca if you have any questions. And now I'll turn it over to Megan Hickey, who is the academic advisor for all of you whose last names begin from L to Z. Thank you.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the faculty. Congratulations on your admission. I agree with Darcy. This is the best faculty on campus. I'm also slightly biased though, because I'm also a graduate of the faculty. So I hope you have as good of an experience as I did. I'm just gonna echo what Darcy said. If you guys have any questions at all about anything, please start with us. Please reach out anytime. We don't mind. We want you to reach out. We'd actually love to meet you in person, but unfortunately that's not gonna happen in the next little while anyways, but we are here for you. We would love to connect you with other resources on campus. We have so many good resources on campus. If you have questions about your degree planning, or like Christine had said, if you want to go on an exchange and have questions about how that might work, anything like that, please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Okay, I'm going to turn it over.
I'm not too sure if Tracy is here today. If she is, please jump in and interrupt me, but I'll just speak on behalf of her anyways in the meantime. We do have a practicum advisor that will help you with the practicum that you're going to be doing later on in your degree. Unless you're in the combined Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education program, then you'll be doing your practicum component with the Faculty of Education. But Tracy will be able to help you out in your future years. You'll check for emails from her, and if you want to know opportunities that we have for practicums and start learning about that early on in your degree, she'd still love to hear from you. But next we will hear from Christy.
Good morning, students. I'm Christy Fife, the Admissions and Records Coordinator in the faculty. A very warm virtual welcome to campus this morning. We're so excited to have you. While most of my work happens behind the scenes in admissions and records, I do help students with course prerequisite waivers and deferred exam requests. As mentioned before, our office is a great place to start if you have a question but you're not quite sure who to ask. Come see us. We can generally find you the right place to go. And next up, we'll have Alex.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Alex Game. No, it's not a trick. It is the perfect last name to work in this faculty. I'm the Kinesiology Lab Coordinator. What that means is for most of your science-based labs, I take care of the content of the labs, teach the TAs what they're supposed to teach you, and help you guide through sort of more our practical and hands-on experience in the science aspects of the lab. So you'll find me, I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday if you happen to be in Kin 100, the first year anatomy course. We'll talk again and teach you a little bit about that side, how the labs will work for you in that respect. And then throughout your degree, I'll be in and out with you with your labs as you go through and experience it. So congratulations on making it to September this year and in our faculty, and definitely hope to see you in the halls someday soon, sooner than later. And I believe it's Christina that's up next.
Hi there, good morning. Congratulations everybody, and welcome to the faculty. My name is Christina. Thanks for the intro, Alex. I started in the faculty as a student, much like you guys, although not in the same online format, back in 1998. So I'm dating myself a bit, but I'm very thankful to be working as part of the Student Services Office. I work as a lab coordinator to help support your instructors and staff in your learning. And I help mostly with courses relating to children and youth and physical activity, as well as the adapted areas. So before, you might have seen me in the hallways with a ball or hula hoops or pylons or something like that. These days I help out more in the background with logistics and lab and course content and development. But I'm looking forward to meeting more of you and wishing you all the best in your program. There's so many people, as already mentioned, who are ready and happy to help you as you progress through your journey here at the U of A. So please don't hesitate to reach out, and all the best for a very great fall term 2020. Back to David.
Thanks so much, Christina. All right, so I'm the last one to introduce myself. My name is David. I am the prospective student advisor in our faculty. So if you have ever come to a post-secondary fair that maybe came to your school or a recreation complex near your town, you likely would have heard from me. Anytime that you have emailed to learn about our admission requirements or anything like that, I'm the one answering those emails. But now that you're a current student, the only time that you're probably going to be working with me is if you are applying for awards and scholarships in our faculty. So that's another part of my portfolio. So we do have some entrance scholarships and awards that I'll be sending emails out within the next week, since we'll be closing admissions quite soon. And so with that being said, if you are ever having questions about financial assistance or awards and scholarships on campus, you can always use me as a starting point. I would love to get you that money. So definitely look out for your emails for any kind of contact about awards and scholarships, as it should be coming your way pretty shortly. Next, we're going to hear again from Dr. Vaderza, just to have an explanation of academic integrity and what that means here on campus. So take it away.
Thanks, David. I don't want to put a bummer on this real, what's been a pleasant morning to listen and actually see everyone in the office again this morning. I just want to briefly highlight a really important piece, particularly in the remote environment. And at the University of Alberta, it's often referred to as academic integrity. So Christine has already mentioned the really well put together Campus Life website. So I'm just going to share with you in the chat feature right now. There's two really important resources on that website. The first is the academic resources sort of section of the website. Here you'll find all kinds of resources to help you with your writing. If you have questions about getting involved in terms of workshops to support you in your academics, that link there under academic resources is a great one to have in your back pocket. And in that link, you will see an area called academic integrity. There's some really great quick little how-to videos, some tutorials on things to remember as you're working academically at the post-secondary level. It is important to know that there is a really large leap between high school and the university level in the academic expectations for you in your work as a student. There's a greater level of expectation and a higher standard of academic standards that you may have never seen before. So I again encourage you to please take a look at the Academic Integrity website and just start to think about some of these things as you begin your studies here at the University of Alberta. With this increased expectation, we also now add on top of that the remote delivery of our courses and learning in a remote setting, which adds a whole nother level of independence to you. Now with your course load and all of the things you're going to get involved in this term and throughout your year, it gets busy and it gets stressful. And when we're busy and stressful, sometimes we do things and we make mistakes. So what I want to encourage you is to really think about academic integrity and the expectations at the University of Alberta and be proactive about this and protect your academic record. And first and foremost, always, if you're not sure, ask. You can ask an advisor. You can talk to either Darcy or Megan. You can check in with David. But most importantly, you should check in with your instructor. If you're not sure what's allowed, please ask. So again, I just wanted to raise that this morning to get you started on the right foot and of course to support you throughout the academic term coming up to get used to these new expectations. I remember myself the very first time I was asked to write a paper that had to be APA formatted. It was like somebody was speaking Greek to me. I had never seen it until I got into the university level. So again, I really encourage you to have a look at the Academic Integrity website, get started. But again, if you have any questions, please be mindful. The best source of information is by asking questions when you're not sure. So I know you're all really, really high level academics that I have little to worry about, but I know how busy you're going to get getting involved in the faculty and the university life, and as well as the course loads, it can get demanding. So when things come up and you have any questions, please either let me know, the advisors know, get in touch with David, talk to a friend, somebody who's been in the university for a while. But again, remember, communicate with your instructors. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela. And actually, this leads in really nicely to some more really nice people that you might be able to talk to about your studies. So now we'll be hearing from our Kinesiology Sport and Recreation Student Society. We have Ryan, Miranda, and Matt here to tell you about their group and what they do. So I'll let you all introduce yourself and your roles. Take it away.
Thanks, David. Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan. I'm the president of the Kinesiology Sport and Rec Student Society, and I am a fifth-year student in the Bachelor of Kinesiology, Bachelor of Education combined program. First and foremost, welcome to the University of Alberta, and welcome to the Faculty of Kinesiology, Sport and Rec. You're all setting a powerful precedent for yourselves by accepting the challenges and adversity that lay upon your path over these next 4 years. Congratulations for opening up the newest chapter of your academic careers. You should all be very proud of yourselves for being accepted into a competitive, exciting, and the best faculty on campus. A little bit about KSRSS. KSRSS bridges the gap between you as the students and the faculty administration, as well as gaining insight from the U of A Student Union and relaying that information back to you. There are 15 members on council, and their responsibilities range from academic insight. We run social events, we run study sessions, we do fundraising for charities, and we do community and community awareness in the health, fitness, and adaptive fields. Once we return back to campus, KSRSS can be found in the Van Vliet Center. That's the building with the rock climbing wall and the fitness center connected to the Butterdome in room 2235. We have an open door policy, so feel free to stop by if you're looking to chat with somebody. We have printing services, which really come clutch when you need to print off some assignments last minute. We have a microwave where you can heat up some food, and we also have a Wii if you're looking to get crushed in a game of Mario Kart. Above all else, KSRSS is an outlet for you. We remember our first year. We remember the pressures of academics, the pressures from your parents and finances, and from yourselves. We remember the anxiety of the unknown. Campus is a very big place. There's a lot of people there. And we understand that it could be quite overwhelming. KSRSS is made up of 15 current KSR students who can help recommend courses to you. We can help you find textbooks. We can help you find resources for mental health. And we can also recommend a couple places to go if you're looking to get a night out on the town. We are a place on campus for you to get away from the stress of your studies and to help create friendships and to make the next 4 years of your life realistic, enjoyable, and successful. With that being said, I'm going to send it off to my good friend Matthew Gervais. He's going to talk about academics.
Thanks, Ryan. So hey everyone, my name is Matt Gervais and I am the Vice President Academic of your KSR Student Council. Now, within the Academics Department on Student Council, our focus is to ensure that you guys, the student body, has access to the necessary resources that will help you succeed academically. So I personally believe this is something that applies especially to all of you who are just starting out at the U of A, whether you're in first year or you're transferring. With that being said, the current pandemic has forced our student council to modify the ways in which we'll be able to reach you guys, the student body. And so firstly, we're looking at all possible options to provide accessible outlets for you to ask us questions, as Ryan mentioned, regarding, say, schedule building or study tips or class experiences, etc. You know, between the 15 of us, there's not many classes within the faculty of KSR that we haven't taken as a student group. And so we have a wealth of knowledge that we can provide you guys if you just reach out and ask us those questions. Now, these outlets will include social media, such as Facebook and Instagram. So please get connected. And for those of you who may not have social media, we also we're looking into having an e-class link for you guys to access that as well. Yeah, so then another avenue that we've been exploring is to provide you a Google form that will allow us to, I guess, set you up into small study groups for you to participate in. And this is kind of our way of connecting you guys to your fellow students. And I know personally, I can speak firsthand to this, and Ryan and Miranda would definitely agree with me that having the support of fellow friends who are experiencing the same stresses as you makes a big difference and is extremely beneficial to your success as a student. And as Dean Mummery said right off the bat here, like getting involved is huge for your success as a student at the U of A. And so to wrap things up on my end, I just want to mention that obviously we as a student group and also the university is constantly adapting and evolving to this pandemic. And so I just want to encourage all of you to please stay connected to our KSR Student Council on social media in order to stay tuned with what we may have going on, because we always have different things happening at any given moment. Thank you. And I'm going to pass it off to Miranda now.
Thanks, Matt. Hi, everyone. My name is Miranda, and I'm the Vice President Social on Council, and I am a fifth-year student in my kin degree. KSR is a super small but really tight-knit faculty, and one of the ways that we keep that up is through events that we hold throughout the year. Some of these events include spike ball tournaments, games nights, bar nights, KSR camp for new students each September normally, and even ski trips to places like Panorama in the winter. Unfortunately, like most things, COVID's taken away our ability to currently do a lot of these events. We would have loved to start your guys' year off with KSR camp, meeting you in person, which is actually a 50-year-long tradition. It's a weekend getaway bringing new students together. So not as great online, but happy to be here anyways. We want you all to know that even though things are remote right now and it may feel lonely, Council is here for you. We do have a Facebook page and an Instagram that I put in the chat, so make sure you guys get connected. We'll be posting on there often, doing takeovers as council members so you guys can get to know us before meeting us in person, and then that way you have at least 15 friendly faces when we are back in person on campus. As Ryan and Matt both said, it's really important to stay connected with one another. That's one of the most major things I learned in my entire degree, is that I wouldn't have been able to get through it if it wasn't for reaching out and finding resources and finding friends, because as they said, we've been going through it and we're still going through it. We're students just like you guys, and we want you guys to make sure that you don't feel alone and that you're heard and that there's people in your corner through this crazy time. To just wrap it up, we're really excited to have you joining our faculty, and can't wait to meet you all in person, and I'll send it back to Ryan.
All right, thanks, Miranda. So when we do return back to campus, KSRs will be coming around to your classrooms, we'll be introducing ourselves, and we'll also be inviting you to one of our amazing events that hopefully we'll be carrying out in some time in the future. In the meantime, follow us on Instagram at UA KSRs. Join our Facebook group for updates in the health, fitness, and adaptive fields. We also give faculty updates on that Facebook page. We also have a Facebook page for textbook swap. That's called KSR Book Swap for all your textbook buying and selling needs. If you're interested in student governance, feel free to message me or any of our other members. I'll put my email in the chat. We have an election coming up in November, so stay tuned for updates regarding that. Feel free to message me if you have any questions about KSRs or university life in general. Like we said, we're all current university students. We've been around the block, so we have some advice for you. And we're always looking for fellow friends to tear up the dance floor with. We are here for all of your academic and your social needs, and if we can't help, we can certainly point you in the right direction. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations once again, and we can't wait to meet you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ryan, Matt, and Miranda.
Thanks.
So I hope today you feel A, welcome to our faculty, and B, you also know a lot of the resources that are now available for you on campus. Thank you all so much for attending. I think that's everything that we have for the programming today. So again, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope that you now know a lot about the services that our faculty provides and why we might be one of the best faculties on campus, in my opinion, if not the best. Dean Mummery, is there any last words that you had for the students?
There absolutely is. I quickly did a change from my faculty sweatshirt into the faculty bicycle top. And this is started initially by KSRs. And I'd start by saying that our faculty members and our faculty students are people. The reason that you're in our faculty is because you like people, you want to work with people, whether you're going to be in education, in health, in sport, in recreation, and leisure, you are working with people. You are people. About 5 years ago, I challenged KSRs who came and asked me for some money. I had to give them some money, by the way, but I challenged them that it's very important that we as students and we as a faculty do something to help someone else rather than just look after ourselves. Always look after yourself, but help someone else. And KSRs came up with the idea of doing a faculty bike ride as part of the MS Bike Tour and raise money. This is next year's bike top. Got the parent hand on it. It's got the faculty logo on it, Faculty Kinesiology, Sport and Recreation. You get one of these if you take part in the bike tour with us. We've had well over 100 students last year that had signed up for it. Unfortunately, it didn't go this past year. We hope it'll go next year. Start your training now. It's 200 kilometers over 2 days from Leduc to back again. Really interesting experience because it's a way that our faculty helps other people. And that's always been very meaningful to me. So it's for students, by students, and I've always joined the students and been very proud of the work that students have done. We've raised over $250,000 for multiple sclerosis research over the years that we've done this program. So I just wanted to end by saying a couple of things. Do not be isolated. Social isolation is the worst thing that can possibly happen, and by putting you on the end of a computer screen, if that's all you do, it's very bad for you in terms of your personal health and well-being. So get out, get involved. That's why I stress it more than any time because of the COVID pandemic. KSRSS is an excellent avenue. Campus and community recreation is there for you. We will be running the bike tour next year, I'm pretty sure, which will be in June of 2021. So I hope that you join the very best for this year. I thank all of the speakers. Get to know people in the faculty, introduce yourself to these people. I have not met a person in the faculty that does not want to meet the students. I was very pleased, more than ever, having not seen students for a couple of months now, more than ever was I very pleased to see the students that came out to pick up the kit through the week. So I hope to see you. I wish you all the very best, and congratulations, and I look forward to a great year.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dean Mummery. I think that's all the programming we have then. So thank you all so much for coming out. Please check out the links in the emails and everything that were posted in the main chat box. If you lose them after today, feel free to send me an email at the ksr.info account that you received the invitation to this webinar from. Otherwise, thank you all so much for attending, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.